Hello, my name is Asya, nice to meet you and welcome back to my channel if you already know me. Today is one of your favorite videos. I know you guys love sketchbook tours. I love them too because they're super easy to film, and I also like to watch other people's sketchbook tours. So yeah, today we are looking at this guy and what's inside. It took me 6 months to finish it. Honestly, I could do it faster because the sketchbook is not very big, but I was busy. I say it every video, but I was busy. And yeah, most of the artworks in the sketchbook I made with gouache. That's actually the reason why I purchased the sketchbook, because the paper is super thick, it's 300 grams, and it's perfect for gouache or watercolor. So yeah, pencils and liners don't really work in the sketchbook. That's why it's 100% gouache. And yeah, if you are interested in what kind of sketchbook it is, I'll put all the information in the description box. And I think that's it. This guy definitely helped me to progress a little bit in painting portraits and landscapes. So yeah, thank you dear friend, and let's start our sketchbook tour. All right, let's get started. First page is the introduction page. I decided to not experiment here, and I only painted something cute that I'm pretty confident with, and it is flowers. And to me it's very important to have perfect first page because I'm perfectionist, and first page in my sketchbook usually sets the mood for the sketchbook, so I decided to put a lot of effort in it and not leave my comfort zone. And here I was inspired by all the people who do journaling on YouTube, so I kind of tried to do the same, and I glued this little piece of paper where I put dates of when I started the sketchbook and when I finished. Unfortunately, as you can see, I forgot to put the date here, but it was a week ago. And here they had standard form with like name, last name, address in case you lose your sketchbook. It didn't look very nice and vintagey, so I glued my old artwork here. Here I tried to paint landscape, but I decided to try different style. Instead of being realistic, I tried to stylize it a little bit more, and here I found very nice quote about forests, so I decided to put it there and make it look like old travel journals maybe. I was very inspired by this sketchbook, and especially it was the time when I was reading Jane Eyre, listening to classical music, so I decided to do something vintage, beautiful, elegant, and I painted this portrait. It's just the portrait from the Pinterest. I added some elements like those plants, and flowers I think was a good addition to the cute girl. This was the time when I was super interested in historical costumes. To be honest, I still am, and I decided to study them, so I found the most inspiring ones and I painted them, and I also signed them, so if you're interested which one is which one, you can read it here. Just practicing landscapes. I really enjoy painting sunsets or twilights, and I love landscapes that give you the sense of calmness and, I don't know, quiet time, so I decided to paint them. This I painted, this was my plein air painting. We went to the Oregon coast, and I was sitting here. I was sitting on the chair while my husband was walking around, and I painted this beautiful view People were talking to me saying what a nice spot I chose for painting, which is, I absolutely agree with them. And these two landscapes I painted while sitting on the beach and enjoying the nice day. These paintings are also from the same trip. This one I painted while sitting on the beach, and this beach was so interesting. It's not your standard empty beach where there's only sand and rocks. It had a lot of plants and a lot of broken wood. It's, you know, it's not a garbage as it might seem on my picture. I think there was a storm long time ago and there was a lot of broken wood, and it looked amazing. While painting this landscape, a woman with a girl came to me and she said, "I'm sorry, but my daughter is so curious what you're painting. Can you please show it to her?" And I said, "Of course." And this is the last landscape painting from this trip. We were driving by this beautiful forest and I decided to paint it. I put my chair, I found this old log, and my husband went on a walk and I stayed there painting, but it was so moist and mosquitoes just ate me alive. So I had to sketch it super quick and finish this painting in our car. After painting a lot of landscapes, I decided to practice a little bit more portrait painting. I do like this one. This one I'm not sure. I still think I need to work on the complicated lightning. You know what I mean. But yeah, they're fine. They're not my favorite, but I don't mind them. This is a fan art of two vampires from the game Witcher the Wild Hunt, which I like both of their characters. This guy has golden brush, and I think I painted with a golden acrylic paint. It's like a little Easter egg, and yeah, I'm pretty happy how they turned out. This was one of the paintings that sometimes I paint just for fun. I don't pursue any art goal. I'm not trying to improve any of my skills. Sometimes I just want to paint and have fun. And this spread is one of those paintings where I just painted what I love to paint. More portrait practice. I keep reminding myself that I'm still learning how to paint gouache portraits and I need to practice more. So after painting landscapes and flowers, I tell myself, hey, you had fun, now it's time to, you know, go back to learning how to paint portraits. And this I just found a beautiful photo of this garden and I couldn't resist, so I put it here because I really enjoyed how all the colors, they match each other like it was planned, but it was not really. One more portrait practice. I wanted her to be slightly bigger than other portraits, so I decided to use 2 pages instead of 1. And I do like how I painted her hair, her clothes, and actually I like her face too. Maybe I should work a little bit on her lips, but they're fine. I do like this one. Some artists that I follow, and I don't remember who inspired me to paint these butterflies, so I guess it was one of those days when I scroll Instagram, I find beautiful picture and I basically paint the same. And the rose, I don't know, I guess it's just beautiful flower. I guess it's one of those spreads where I was having fun and, you know, not trying to be very creative. Well, this spread is quite the opposite of previous, because here I tried to be creative. I worked on the composition, I worked on the colors, I found photos that will match each other, and I also practiced painting portraits again, and I think starting this page my portraits are getting better and better. And yeah, the whole theme of the spread, I guess, was orange color. I bet it was October. Here I tried to paint landscapes, but I tried to make them super quick. Like, especially this page, if you can see, there's not many details. It's every landscape is like 10 brush strokes at most. And I learned that a lot of artists in the past, when they wanted to paint a landscape, but you know, the light changes, sun goes down, so they would quickly go there and sketch it in this technique, and then later they will paint it on the big canvas, add more details. So I tried to do the same. It was more like a little bit of a practice. This one is more detailed. I think I first painted this landscape because I liked it, and this one's like the, you know, additional practice. But if this page took me maybe an hour, this page took me maybe 30 minutes, which is cool. I highly recommend you to try this technique. Back to practicing portraits. I think not intentionally, but I dedicated this sketchbook to practicing portraits, and I'm happy I did it. Definitely this portrait is one of my favorites in the sketchbook. I like how I showed the light on her hair. I like the blue elements on her clothes. Those are the hardest things for me to paint, and I'm pretty happy with this portrait. And I like that she's kind of unfinished here, but it doesn't look forced. It looks pretty natural. And landscape, I don't know, I think it was just a beautiful picture that I found somewhere, and I decided to paint it because I love painting landscapes. I remember this was fall and probably October, one of my favorite months, and you know how fall is about fruits, vegetables, and bright yellow colors. And this inspired me to paint this still life, not because of the pears, but also I really love ceramic painted with blue and white. And honestly, later I bought a lot of cups and plates that look exactly like this plate. And this I did for YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you know, but YouTube loves shorts, and if you have YouTube channel, from time to time you have to upload shorts. So this illustration was basically it was made for shorts. More landscape, more portrait practice, and I think I probably need to stop painting cute girls and try to, you know, men or older people, but I can't. Portraits are already super hard for me, so I let myself to, you know, paint something I really like, and later when I get better I'll try to diversify my art and, I don't know, paint different ages, genders, races, but for now just your standard cute girls. And this landscape I also did for shorts. I started painting it as I don't know, I just loved this landscape and I wanted to paint it, but then I had a lot of free time, so I decided why not also make it into shorts. This landscape I painted while being there. It's a Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and we visited my husband's relatives there, and it is a gorgeous place. We found this cute little area where there was no people, nobody talked to me, nobody bothered me, just beautiful sounds of nature, and it was an amazing day, very nice and warm. I enjoyed painting it so much. I wanted to paint something super cozy, super Octobery, if I can say so. And I also made a video out of the sketchbook spread because I thought it would be interesting to, you know, paint people, landscape, animals, flowers, also work on the composition in on the spread and give you guys some fall inspiration. So yeah, this was the idea behind the spread, and there's also a video of how I paint this spread if you're interested. It's from the same trip as this landscape. I don't know why I painted it here. Probably something happened on this page or maybe I left it empty on purpose, I don't know. But basically, first day I painted this landscape, and on the second day I painted this landscape. And I think it was a clock tower in a beautiful park, and there was a lot of hungry geese swimming around me begging for food, and I gave them a little bit of a snack. I know people don't like it, but I could not resist. They were looking in my eye and they were swimming right here, and I was sitting here, and oh my god, it was a torture, but yeah, I had a good time. This landscape I painted for shorts again. Sorry for not very inspiring sketchbook tour, but if you have a YouTube channel, you know the pain. I started playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this is the main character. He's a Viking. His name is Eivor, and I really like him, so I decided that he deserves a portrait in my sketchbook. One of my favorite spreads from this sketchbook, I decided to practice portraits again, and I think this is the, I don't want to say perfect, but very close to how I want to paint portraits in the future. I like everything. I like brush strokes, I like colors, I like that I didn't use a lot of black for the shadows because it makes skin look a little bit dirty. And honestly, in real life, shadows on our skin are almost never black. They're more like dark brown, but without black in it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm super happy with this portrait. And because I was happy with this portrait, I decided to make this spread more beautiful. So I added this picture just for the look's sake. I was having vintage mood again. I think I was listening to a lot of romantic songs, and it just happened. Sometimes you want to paint cute stuff without any purpose, just because your heart is asking for some flowers, landscapes, boats, and all the cute stuff. So yeah, this is how this spread happened. It was close to the new year, and one of my new year resolutions was to paint more originals. And as you can see, like most of this stuff, except for some landscapes that I painted on a plein air, they're all painted from the photos, which is, it is not bad, but I definitely want to switch to the original stuff. And it was I had this idea, so I decided to practice it in my sketchbook first, and I think when I'll have time to actually paint this original, I will turn this bird not upside down, you know what I mean, so it looks at this bird, And the idea is there will be two different paintings, and if you put them next to each other, birds will look at each other. I don't know, I kind of like this idea, but I can't explain the meaning of this painting. I got very interested in Turkish tiles. I don't know why. It's sometimes in Pinterest just shows me something and I see it and I love it, and I wanted to paint them, but I didn't want to make them just the tiles, so I decided to make it part of the character. And here's my blue flower lady. And because I had a lot of golden acrylic paint, I decided to, you know, make the golden background. If you think I was inspired by Gustav Klimt, I probably was. I just realized it. But yeah, I'm happy with this spread. It's one more step to painting more original paintings. This spread, I got a little bit tired from painting people and originals because my brain is not used to it, so I decided to have a little bit of a rest and paint flowers because I love flowers. And I turned this page into YouTube Shorts, but I honestly painted just because I wanted. And yeah, it's one of the relax, take it easy spreads. I like this landscape. I usually tend to put a lot of effort in landscapes and be very detailed, paint every shadow, every reflection, every cloud more. I try to make them more realistic looking, but I started painting this landscape as always, just underpainting, few brush strokes to kind of like sketch the landscape. And it looked so easy, so, I don't know, light, and I really liked it, so I decided to not finish it. And it kind of gives you watercolor impression, but it's not. It's very watered down gouache, and I love the result. I wish I was more fluent with this style, but I don't know, my brain loves tons of details. More portrait practice. I'm doing a little bit of a progress here, and I painted a guy. I'm not super happy with the girl. I don't know, I think her hair is weird. Without hair I think it will look slightly better, but yeah, girl is fine. She is not terrible, but I think I could do better. But the guy, I do like him. I like how I painted the a person standing in the dark room, and the only source of light is, I think, from behind him, which was pretty complicated. And also it's a man, it's not the cute girl that I'm used to paint, and I do love the result. I'm dreaming about illustrating a fairy tale book, and I even have a original character that I'm kind of developing, but kind of not. So this here I tried to paint in the like vintage book style, but I think it turned out a little bit dirty, and I don't know, her face is too cartoony, so I count this page as fail. But this I kind of like. I found my red liner, and instead of black lines, because they do look a bit heavy for me, I decided to use red liner, and I like it better. I'll try it again in the future. And this is final page. Here's the oak tree branch. I was recently inspired by oak trees, so I decided to paint it and see how it goes. The last page was super dirty, so I decided to not put any serious artwork here, just a bit of a practice. And here here you can see my old artworks I did. I have a video on my channel of this cute paintings, and this was the label from my sketchbook. I don't know why I keep it. I think I'll throw it out. But yeah, that's the whole sketchbook tour. That's it. This is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the sketchbook tour. It's one of my favorite sketchbooks. I'm not gonna lie, I like almost everything I painted here. I've noticed my progress here. I like the quality of it. I wish they had different covers, because as much as I love minimalistic page designs, I sometimes want something different, but you know, who am I to complain about it? Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. I hope you got some inspiration for your own sketchbook, and I wish you a good day. Stay positive, stay creative, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.